Hello. Thank you for tuning in to me. Good morning, good night, good afternoon. So, I had an interesting conversation with my brother and my little brother. And I want to bring awareness for acceptance. And it's interesting. It's interesting because when you typically think of acceptance, it's in yes or a gateway to say I'm in or this is approved, right? Right. So, I want to bring in awareness to, let's start off with first, false acceptance. False acceptance. What do you mean? False acceptance, I mean, go figure, my pen keeps coming off. False acceptance, I mean, materialism, appearance, you know, girls wearing eyelashes. No shade, no shade. However, the false acceptance by that is people love you for what they see. Is that really you? Do you really love yourself internally to be like, you know what, I accept who I am. I'm okay and I'm comfortable in the skin that I'm in. False acceptance is allowing yourself not to think like yourself and be comfortable with yourself. False acceptance is doing things that perceives for others to be happy rather than self. Fair to say? Now, I personally feel like I've done things to where I wanted to be accepted. Nothing too irrational, but still these things came from a mind frame that you want to be accepted from somebody else, or you want your current situation to be accepting to somebody else rather than yourself. So then it kind of cognitively detours your mind from thinking the way it should or being comfortable with the thoughts that you think and making those decisions regardless of anybody else. False acceptance. Let's I'm big on materialism. People feel like they have to fit in, and fitting in, especially youth as kids or middle schoolers, it's important, you know, but it's all too common that people fitting in to be accepted. You're not okay with your own individuality. And that's what I want people to understand. It's okay to be you. It's okay to be different. It's okay to have your own way of thinking, as long as it's not harming others. You know what I mean? But you don't have to feel like you have to be accepted into this group, into this gang, into this, diverse people. You don't have to. So again, false acceptance definitely goes a long way, and it's alive. False acceptance is really real. People go in debt to be accepted. Like, that's how real it is. You gotta have the nice car, you can't have a hoopty. You gotta have on the fresh J's, you can't have on, Bobos. You can't shop at Payless because you have to go to Olympia Sports. Then who are you appeasing at that point? Are you really comfortable with yourself? Going back to the eyelashes and the makeup stuff. I'm not saying that makeup and apparel is a sign that you don't love yourself. What I'm saying is the look of things by appearance is the reason why people are attracted to each other. I don't want you to be attracted to me because I have on long eyelashes. I don't want you to be attracted to me because I have a whole bunch of makeup and you can't see that I don't have no bumps on my skin. I don't want you to be attracted to me because I went and got the fat sucked out of my stomach. I want you to be attracted to me for all my naturality and who I really am. First, that comes with accepting self. I can't change some of the indents on my face or the chicken pox I done scratched off, at 9 and 10 years old. I can't change, the fact that I just wasn't born a small frame woman, like this role right here. I came a long way to accepting self. Even my way of thinking, you know what I mean? There's some ways that I might think that she might think or he doesn't think, so then I don't say anything. That's not accepting myself. But then when I fall short to other people's way of doing things to appease them, they're accepting me, but that's false acceptance because I'm not accepting myself. So it's a 50-50, accepting them and them accepting you. You understand? Real acceptance. So let me pause. I asked my brother, I said, well, why do you think people, don't have acceptance or whatever? Interestingly enough, okay, he's not that much younger than me, but he goes, because people can't see it. People can't get rewarded from this. I said, what do you mean by that? So he's like, when you're accepted from people, others or things or whatever have you, you can see it. You know what I mean? And it makes sense. So when I accept myself, I'm not getting no reward, no acknowledgement, no, oh, people, you know what I mean, can see it. It's just an internal reward for here. It's not for everybody else to say, you know what? Good job. You accept yourself. You accept your natural beauty. That's not for everybody else. False acceptance. And then we tied that into love. And it's like, how can you really love me or be in love with me? Because there is a difference if you really don't accept all of me. You accept when you see me at the club with my stilettos on and my breasts hanging out. That's what you accepted. You accept when I came home and took off them stilettos and didn't have a pedicure and took that bra off and my boobies were hanging. Acceptance. It's scenarios like that. So when you're in love and somebody loves you, it's accepting all of you. It's accepting all of you. You're good, the bad, and indifferent. And then he goes, my brother that is, I'm going to accept my future wife even when she don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. And I'm like, that's good. Because nowadays we kind of nitpick with each other. It's like, I want you to change these 50 million things. And if you don't, then I'm leaving. Rather than, what, can I deal with your flaws? Can I accept you for who you are? Acceptance is really an internal thing, I believe. I don't want people to accept me because I look good. I don't want people to accept me because I got a nice car. No, I want you to accept me because of here. And I want you to accept me because I'm a good person by my heart. You don't know people's heart, meeting them and, having one night stands and what you see of them. You have to know the person. And again, that's internally. So, now, loving self. I wonder how we see if people don't love themselves. Can you see that? I don't know. Does materialism, being overly materialistic, portray that you don't love yourself? So what do I mean overly materialistic? Some people are just head over heels for materialistic shit that can burn down and be bought again. Right? I'm not materialistic. I like quality things. I like nice things. Does my all go right into nice things? No. Is my priority nice things? No. Some people, materialistic items is everything. Oh, I gotta get that car. I gotta go wait in line for them sneakers. I gotta have top notch this. My jewelry gotta look like that. I can't go outside without this. And you know what I mean? And anybody that's chasing materialism isn't really open and aware to the end results are the same with materialistic stuff. Materialistic possession can be dead and gone and come back again. Are you really, does that deem that you don't accept yourself? Are you hiding behind something? What are you masking behind? You understand? So acceptance comes a long way. And it starts at a young age. And I'm a firm believer of everything starting at home. So I came out, I've been liking females since I was 8. I came out, I want to say around 15. Let's say 15. Maybe. No, yeah, definitely 15. So maybe 14, 15. Whatever. By the time I was ending middle school, going into high school. So I didn't accept myself. I didn't accept myself because some of my family really didn't accept me. accept my decision to be with the same sex. Let me say that, because they love me, but they don't accept me. With that being said, that hindered my whole thought process. That hindered at that point how I was going to move, which path I was going to take. What's wrong with accepting people? Genuinely accepting people. You know what I mean? So that comes along with the judgment and titles. And when you have a person that cares about your opinion, value that. Because then when that person that value your opinion that they care about, and vice versa, they care about you, you care about them, and when it's not accepted, it detours them from their heart. It detours them from who they are. Then at that point, they try to appease the person they care about. And that's what I did. I didn't try to come and say, hey, I'm gay and that's just that. I'm just going to be a gay black woman. That's the end of my life. I didn't come and do that. I said, hey, listen, this is what this is. And because that person, my monarchy, did not accept my sexual preference, I'm like, you know what? This feeling's wrong. I shouldn't be doing this. Let me go sleep with men, because guys and girls are supposed to be together, because only guys and girls can reproduce. As if there's not a whole bunch of adoption agencies and homeless kids and, in vitro and fertilization. But I'm not going to go there. So that led me to believe, okay, you don't accept me. Do I accept myself? And not until, even then I didn't get it. Not until years later did I get it. Years later, coming around like-minded people to understand the full importance and the full in-depth behind the word acceptance. Why do people do half of the things that they do today? Or why do they rob? And why do they steal? And why do they get money the way they want to get money? Or why are they rebels? Or whatever the case may be. Acceptance plays a big part in everybody's life, everybody's daily livelihood, like, period. However you want to cut it up. And it's true. Like I said, I done things to be accepted. I got to the point where it's like, either which way I live, there's going to be people that accept me. There's going to be people that don't accept me. There's going to be people that talk about me. There's going to be people that don't talk about me. But I'm truly happy with me. That's where the difference cuts off at. True acceptance, you want your child, or you want your peer, or you want these group of young kids to accept themselves, genuinely. Don't accept, oh, because I don't have on this, I can't go chill with these type of people. Oh, because I'm scared to go do this, I can't go with these type of people. Be okay with yourself. Have inner confidence. And we want to boost everybody's self-esteem. Again, for me, in my mind, it starts from home. You don't want your child to feel like, oh, well, mommy's on low income, so you know what? I feel bad because I don't have on those Nikes or that polo shirt. You don't want your child to feel like that. So for me, I feel like this. I like to look decent. Yes, I do. Does a logo make me look decent or define my pockets? Hell no. I shop at Payless, Walmart, Target, Olympia Sports, Bradley's when it was out there. You know what I mean? You can shop any way you want. Abercrombie and Fitch, and then turn around and go to Payless and go get some stockings or, some slippers or something. You just never know. But there's no, that wasn't my first impression. My first impression was, I got to keep up with the Joneses, and if I don't, then I'm going to be judged, or I'm not going to look cool, I'm not going to be cool, I can't hang out here and go here and do things like this and like that here. And it's real. Like, the acceptance is real. Like, whether people want to talk about it or whatever, it's real. So I'm bringing awareness, because if you don't accept me for real, genuinely for who I am, you can't come and tell me that you love me. Plain and simple. And that's the reality of it. So I would like to think that acceptance, comes in conjunction with, stigmas and stereotypes. But for me, it's all about the kids, because they are our future as we are adults. They're going to learn from what they see. They're going to learn from what goes on at home. We are their number one teacher. But I want my baby to accept herself fully, internally first. I always say you gotta work in before you work out. Take care of home before you leave home. Don't go take care of everybody else, run errands, and go do this favor and that favor there, and you coming back home to a dirty home. So that's how you kind of, my perception of raising my child is I want her to work here first, inside here first, and then be that much more prepared to work outside the home. Because see, there's things outside our homes that we ain't never gonna be able to control. But we don't want our children to feel like they're not accepted because in their mind, the decision that they made, because it's not of the majority, they're not accepted. We don't want them to think that. So that comes with self-esteem and confidence. So I just wanted to share that with you all. I can go a little more in depth, but I'm not going to. I hope you all get the bigger picture. But again, acceptance, even like I said, with love, it's you gotta when you accept somebody, you more valuable to love them. You can't love me and not accept me. You might like my qualities or like something about me, but you can't be in love with somebody and not fully accept them. It's supposed to be a balance. You know what I mean? One likes doing this, one doesn't like doing that. But you're supposed to have that balance in life, period. Excuse me. Yeah, so that was my rant. The balance is good. Balance is always good. It's needed, especially with communication. Be able to communicate with somebody, your partner, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, shim, him, and them, and come up with a cognitive decision, but accept each other, meet each other halfway. But it starts with the kids and it starts at home. So that was it. Thank you all for tuning in, and make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you share. If you have not already, please be sure to go on Facebook. Everybody has Facebook, and go like my business page. You all see that? Uni, that's EUUNI. We are a non-profit organization. Uni stands for empowering, uplifting, uniting, networking, and inspiring. We are in hopes to revolutionize change. That'll be nice, right? Right. So follow us. We're a resourceful organization. We're actively hands-on with our community, and we are currently in the process of networking with better organizations and bigger organizations. I'm not going to say better because we're good. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you share my video. Thank you, and hopefully somebody can accept themselves afterwards, and you don't have to feel like you need something to be accepted, or you need to add on or take off to be accepted. Love, self-care, self-worth is very important. Bye.